The Los Angeles Coliseum, once home to the Olympic Games and many of the most memorable moments in sports, and also home to the USC Trojans, who are prepared to fight on once again today. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Trojans will kick it off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. So the Ole Miss Rebels return team certainly didn't do the offense any favors there. And here he is. Let me tell you about this wide receiver. He is a route-running, DB, toasting, pass-catching, touchdown-scoring, woo, son of a gun.
I can't wait to see how this defense is going to try and corral this guy, because you play man-to-man, you risk him running right by you and catching the deep ball, but you play zone and you give him the opportunity to potentially make yards after the catch. You're going to have to be really careful trying to cover that dude.
Now they'll run the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Rebels line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So USC's offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
They're bringing heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And the Trojans want to crank the tempo. SEC versus the Big Ten. They competed everything. They try to outspend each other. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Caught behind the line. It's Williams. Stopped after making the catch. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker, it's Williams. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. No huddle here for the offense. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Howard. Looking for a big gain. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
They go right back to it. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. Pick up the first down on the ground like that, and it would make Sam Bam Cunningham proud.
All right, I'm going to need a little education. Give me some context on Sam Bam Cunningham.
He was a great, powerful, hard-nosed running back for some of those great Trojan teams of John McKay. That defense got gassed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Southern Cal!
Yeah, now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Notre Dame has the lead currently, but it hasn't come easy for the Golden Domers. They're in a tight one right now. They're up by 7 over Louisville. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
At the 35, he's got room. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Second down now after the sack. Back to throw, it's Howard. They're trying to get to him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Feeling some heat. Going to try to get it himself.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. They'll run it. It's Jones. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Rebels in the hurry-up. He's looking for a man on second down. Got his man quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved him forward just a few. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. Oh, they block it. That's a live ball, and the defense has it. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. They've been up and down the field so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
Faced with a third and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? Here we go with the run on 4th down. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Hey, man, 4th and 1, any part of the field is risky to go for, especially when you're in your own end of the field. They did. It was a good play call. I like them being aggressive, especially after getting the first down.
The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Across the 45. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Looking to move it through the air. Got a man, it's Branch. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Quick completion on the out route. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, USC. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Handoff to Jones. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, there in the shadows of the Hollywood sign, you've been watching quite a drama of your own. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line is pretty key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will. And with that, let's send it back to our men inside the world-famous LA Coliseum.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
I like the poise by the quarterback on that play, too, because a lot of times as a quarterback, you see the blitz coming, and immediately you want to audible, you want to try to throw the ball, but he knew that he had a good run play called, and he knew he could leave it on. Heads up.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And the Trojans will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say. He's backed up, and it's blocked. And after the block punt and all that followed, they'll start this drive inside their 30.
And every week you study this and you know which side you're going to attack and who you want to attack. And you could tell they wanted to attack the right side. Brought all the guys from that direction. Sneaked through a little crack.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such a great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Notre Dame is running away with this one today, thanks to an offense that is more than waking up the echoes. They're up by 18 over Louisville. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on second down.
Reese, I got them right where I want them. Okay, I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Still on his feet at the 25. Got a lot of room to the right. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Trojans. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. At It's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession.
Nothing but green ahead. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Rebels!
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous. If he gets into the second level, great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Motion from the offense. From the gun, the ground game. At the 35, he's loose. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game 1, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this guy.
From the gun, running back on the move. Still on his feet at the 45. He's now up to 83 yards rushing, and he's making his presence felt in this first game. The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a gap, it's Peterson.
They're strong and they're scrawl. Defensive tackles, they're scrawl. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quick.
Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. From the shotgun, the inside give. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? They'll give it to him again. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. And the Trojans are threatening in the red zone. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll run it from the gun. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. The Trojans line it up with a 1st and goal. Pushes ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Trojans!
Well, they were able to come out here week 1 and really feed off the energy of this home crowd. They've been making plays over the field. You could not ask for a better start to the season.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Just about set to kick it away. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay up.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. Makes the catch and knocked down. And the Rebels moving quickly to the line. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Trying to get to it.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Well, look at this. 4th down and a mile and a half, and the offense is still on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Ball in the air, intercepted. Delivers the stiff arm. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game. Take the W into the locker room.
Leaves it with the running back. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. We waited